Hello, grade 12s. Mr. Newlove is here once again. How are you? We are still preparing for our prelims. We are done with solve for X. You know, question number 1 for paper 1 is solve for X. And let's look at question number 2. Mostly, question number 2 is normal pattern. So let's look at the mock. It says, consider the following arithmetic sequence. And you have this sequence. It says x plus 5. This is the first term, 37 minus x. The second term, x plus 13, the third term. And the question says, determine the value of x. Determine the value of x. How are we going to do that? Okay, let's see. The first thing we need to do, we know quadratic normal pattern. The first difference must be the same. There should be a common difference. And what you are supposed to do is this minus that one should be equal to this one minus that one. Alright, so this is the first term, second term, third term. So the third term minus the second term should be equal to the second term minus the first term. Always start from the last. So our third term, which is this one, you can start from here also, like 37 minus x, which is the second term minus the first term, should be equal to the third term minus the second term, or the other way around. All of them are correct. Okay, then if we simplify this, this is my 37 minus x, then minus x, minus times plus is going to give you minus 5. Then I've written this one again, x plus 13, then minus 37, minus bracket means times, né? Minus times minus is going to give you plus x. Then we have like terms here, so I'm going to have this 37 minus 5 is going to give us 32. Then minus x is going to give us minus 2x. Then this x and this x are like terms. Remember, there is 1 in front, invisible 1. So 1 plus 1 is going to give us 2, so 2x. Then this and this are also like terms. So 13 minus 37 is going to give us minus 24. And you continue to simplify. We have this, our 32. Transpose this minus 24 to this side to be plus 24. Then we have our 2x. Transpose this minus 2x to be plus 2x. Then 32 plus 24 is going to give us 56. Then 2x plus 2x is what? 4x. Then what do? We divide both sides by 4. So this side by 4, 56 also by 4. And when you do that, you are going to get what? 14. Okay, let's use our calculator here. 56 divided by 4. 56. Let's move it down. Divided by 4. It's going to give us what? 14. Then the next question. Let me move the one at the top. For the next question, it says, determine the general solution. Determine the general solution. Determine the general term of the sequence in the form Tn is equals to. So they want us to write the nth term. How do we do that? Okay, the first thing is, remember the sequence given. We're given x plus 5, 37 minus x, and x plus 13. And this was the first term, second term, third term. And our first term is a, né? Okay. So this sequence, we managed to find x to be 14. So we are going to substitute x into this. So this side is going to be 14 plus 5. And this side is going to be 37 minus x is 14. So you put 14 there. Then here x is also 14. You substitute 14 here plus 13. Then we are going to add. Alright. So if I add 14 and 5, I'm going to get what? 19. Then 37 minus 14, 23. 14 plus 13, 27. Then our A is 19. Our D, how do we get a D? 27 minus 3 minus 23 will give us 4. Then 23 minus 19 will also give us 4. So there's a common difference of what? 4. Then the nth term is given by this A plus n minus 1D. You will have this formula in the formula sheet. So you check, look at it, write the correct thing there. Then you are going to substitute A as 19, then D as 4. So you see that our A is 19, this is our n minus 1, and our D is multiplying, so D is what? 4. The next thing you do is, we are going to expand. So n will multiply 4 to give us 4n, and minus 1 will multiply 4 to give us minus 4. And 19 and minus 4 are like terms. So 19 minus 4 is going to give us 15 plus 4n. So this is the nth term. Let's move on to the next question, which says the sum of the first 3 terms of a geometric sequence is 91, and its common ratio is 3. Determine the first term of the sequence. Let's see how we do that. Okay, now to answer this one, the question says the sum of the first 3 terms of a geometric sequence is 91. It means the first term plus the second term plus the third term is equal to what? 91. But it's geometric. So geometric has a common ratio. And they also give us the common ratio as 3. So let's represent R to be 3. And you check the formula sheet, the common geometric sequence, the sum of the first n term of a geometric sequence is given by this. Alright, where A is the first term and R is the common ratio and n is the number of terms. So we are going to substitute, because the question says the first 3 terms. So it means the first 3 terms, n is going to be 3. We don't know A. R is already given as 3. It was given in the question. They said common ratio is what? 3. And if you check, we said R is what? 3. So this R, you substitute 3 there. And n is also 3 because it's the first 3 terms. So n is 3. Minus 1. Then R is 3 minus 1. But we're given that a plus, which is the first term plus the second term plus the third term, which is the same as the sum of the first three terms, is 91. It was given in the question. So it means 91 is equals to that one. How? Okay. Remember we said the sum of the first three terms is what? 91. So in place of sum of the first three terms, you substitute 91 there. Then here you are going to have your a into brackets 3 exponent 3 minus 1, and 3 exponent 3 is going to give us 27. 3 minus 1 is going to give us 2. Then you transpose this is divided. If you transpose, it's going to multiply. 27 minus 1 is 26. Then 91 times 2 is going to give us 182. You can rewrite this one as 26a. Always you let the coefficient come first. Then we divide both sides by 22 because we want to make a the subject of the formula. So 182 divided by 26 is going to give us 7. Let's visit our calculator. 182 divided by 26. That is 7. Okay, so we know our a now. The next question. Question 24. It says a convergence series. Sum of the first two terms is 90. Sum to infinity is 375 over 4. What do they want us to do? They want us to determine the first term and its common ratio. So they want us to find a and r. How are we going to do that? Okay. We know that the sum to infinity is given by this, and you find it in the common ratio in the formula sheet. You find this one in the formula sheet. Then this one is also determined when a series converges, because in the question it says the series converges. So for a series to converge, the r must lie between -1 and 1. Then sum to infinity was also given in the question as this. If you check the question. So what are we going to do? Sum to infinity, which is this equation. This one, we substitute this equation there. So that equation, which is sum to infinity, should be equal to what is given. Then we make a the subject. So transpose this 1 minus r to this side is dividing. So it will come and multiply the numerator. So a will be equal to that, which is equation 1. Then we're also given in the question that the sum of the first two terms is 90. We are going to make use of that one also. We know that sum of the first n term is this. So sum of the first two terms, n, is going to be 2. So if you substitute, we are going to have r squared, because n is 2 minus 1, r minus 1. Then in the question they said sum of the first two terms is what? 90. So you substitute it there, then you have that equation. This one is difference of two squares. So r squared minus 1 is the same as r squared minus 1 squared. So it's difference of two squares.